Well, guys, we have a very, very crazy story we're going to be talking about here in this video. And usually when I make videos on fast food, it's usually a pretty crazy story. I did a video a few months back about Popeyes. This one particular Popeyes had to shut down because they had roaches everywhere. However, this story today has to be even more crazy. Definitely more crazy, actually more dangerous, to tell you the truth. I mean, I guess dealing with roaches, that's not exactly, good. But when your life is actually threatened over a cookie, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Because this story out of Florida is completely nuts. There's some crazy, crazy people that go to restaurants. A lot of people actually go out to, Waffle House. Now, Waffle House, if you actually go and eat there, your chances of actually seeing a fight on social media, that's probably pretty high. Waffle House has been known to actually have fights in there. But McDonald's, a woman pulls a gun on a McDonald's worker over a cookie. Over a free cookie. Now, guys, I'm not even sure if she actually was even entitled to a free cookie. I don't know if there's some kind of promotion at McDonald's for their customers. I really don't eat McDonald's. I try to eat kind of clean, and McDonald's just ain't very healthy. I mean, lots of sugar, lots of carbohydrates, and you guys know I don't normally eat carbs, even though I had Whataburger the other day. You never hear these crazy stories happening at a Whataburger. You just don't. But look here. Florida woman pulls loaded gun on McDonald's worker over free cookie. And yes, she did get arrested. Let's read this, guys. It was far from a happy meal. That's kind of funny. An irate Florida woman pointed a loaded gun at terrified McDonald's staffers Thursday in a dispute over a free cookie, according to WESH. Now, guys, I don't believe it's actually worth it to go to jail over a McDonald's cookie. Have you guys actually tasted a McDonald's cookie? They're not that great. I mean, you don't go to McDonald's for a cookie. The cookies are actually pretty disgusting if you ask me, but that's just me. Let me know if you guys actually do enjoy a McDonald's cookie. I don't. Amari Hendricks, 24, was in the drive-thru of an Altamonte Springs McDonald's when she began arguing with an employee about her right to a complimentary cookie. A staffer eventually handed over the baked treat to appease Hendricks, but the gesture did little to calm the situation and the argument continued. So I'm assuming that she wasn't supposed to get a cookie, but when it comes to these restaurants, customers get crazy and sometimes they just do things to appease people. I actually used to wait tables, man, so I know what it's like to deal with upset customers. But this is on a whole nother level here. I don't know what led her to believe she actually should have got a free cookie. But anyway, it says here, police said she then allegedly pulled out a black handgun, inserted a magazine, racked the slide, and pointed the firearm at a drive-thru worker. So she just didn't flash a gun at the workers. The workers said she put a full magazine, put a round in the chamber, and she was determined. I mean, they already gave it a cookie, guys. They already gave it a cookie, but that wasn't good enough. She decided, you know what? I'm going to pull out a gun on these workers over a cookie. My goodness. The abrupt escalation startled staffers who retreated inside the restaurant's interior and attempted to lock the front door. But check this out. But Hendricks was able to get inside and allegedly assaulted a male worker, scratching his face and neck before a colleague called 911 and police arrived. So did they actually lock the door? It just says here that they attempted to lock the door. So when they were trying to lock the door, was she already at the door and just overpowered them? I'm not really sure. But this is this crazy woman right here. And you know what? The red hair right there, that just tells me everything. It tells me everything. These people are crazy. She looks crazy right there. And that's a picture, I guess, of this particular McDonald's right there. Hendricks initially refused to comply with officers' demands, but was eventually taken into custody. The cookie-fueled clash led to several charges against Hendricks, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, battery, and resisting arrest. Now, guys, I'm actually glad she eventually complied with police officers, because you guys know what would have happened if she did not comply with the cops. This woman had a gun, pulled it on the employees. If she didn't comply, chances are she probably would have died. And guess what? The whole damn country would have been burning down, because, the wotes out there, they're not actually going to hold her accountable. They would actually hold the police accountable if they actually pulled out their guns and shot her, because she wouldn't comply. This could have ended very, very badly, and there could have been blood out there on the streets. You people that support BLM, you people that support rides out there, what if she didn't comply? Because it said here she initially refused to comply, but eventually she did. Maybe she came to her senses and said, you know what? I don't feel like dying today. This could have went very, very badly. And the cops, guess what? The cops probably would have gotten in trouble. Now, this is Ron DeSantis' Florida, so I'm not really sure. But you know what? The federal government run by Democrats, they probably would have tried to put on some federal hate crime charges or something like that if they actually pulled out their gun, even though she actually had a gun. You guys remember the whole Breonna Taylor thing? And BLM and the media were actually attacking the police officers, even though the police are not the ones that actually fired first. It was actually Breonna Taylor's boyfriend that pulled out his gun, shot a police officer. The police is dying. He could have died. That is only when the police actually returned fire. But that didn't stop, the wotes from actually going out there and protesting everything. It's unfortunate that Breonna Taylor actually lost her life. It could have been a very, very similar situation right here if she didn't comply. I mean, this woman right here with a gun, pulling out a gun on McDonald's workers because she didn't get a cookie. Yeah, this woman's crazy. She's really, really crazy. So, and if she didn't comply, it would not surprise me. And the police, they probably would have to do what they have to do. But I am happy that nobody died in this situation. I mean, this one worker, McDonald's worker, he ended up getting scratched by this woman. This woman's crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. But boy, over a cookie. Is it really, really that serious? No. And now she can actually end up going to prison over a cookie. She wanted that cookie so bad and actually gave her the cookie, but it wasn't good enough. So then she decides to pull out a gun and point it at the staff, then break into the restaurant after that, injure an employee, doesn't comply with the police. Yeah, she needs to do some prison time. She definitely needs to do some prison time. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.